Yo. Calm down. Now you got guns all of a sudden? Now you're Mr. Tough Guy with guns? I'm not putting this gun away. There's too much fucking craziness going on around here. Alright, we are playing Stalker Gamma. Sort of. We're playing Stalker Gamma with an asterisk, I suppose. So let's talk a little bit about what Stalker Gamma is for those who might not know at this point, what Stalker Anomaly is, and what sort of means. As always, I will have chapter markers on the video, so if you want to skip straight to gameplay, anything that doesn't say intro will be gameplay, and I'll probably break the intro up as well. So if you'd like to skip through to the parts that are relevant to you, have at it. But like I was saying, what is Stalker Gamma? For anybody that might not know, at least at the time of recording this, it is quite popular. My YouTube recommendation feed is filled with videos all about Stalker Gamma. So what is it? It's a mod pack. It's not a game. It is a massive, gigantic mod pack. And calling it a mod pack actually kind of undersells the effort, I believe, that has been put into this thing. It is 336 active mods and a whole host of inactive mods that contain options and fixes and things you might choose to swap out with things that are already installed. And all of this is custom curated by a Discord community that's led by a fellow named Grok, or Grokatash. He's a guy that's pretty active on Stalker Reddit and on ModDB, making mods and helping fix mods and making mod packs and working on this Gamma mod pack for quite some time. And like I said, it's not just a mod pack. There's just an immense amount of work that goes into this. It's a community-led effort, not only curating this list, but also curating the settings to make sure everything works together and that it all functions, delivering the value that they're looking for in this particular experience. And it is not an experience that is for everybody, but if it is an experience for you, oh boy, it certainly does deliver a lot of value. Now, all of this, like I said, it's a mod pack. It's not a game. It gets applied to another, what is often referred to as a mod, but I'm going to call it a game. It's a standalone game called Stalker Anomaly. Now, I'm not a Stalker historian by any sense of the word, so if I get any of this wrong, I'm sure anybody who knows might correct the record in the comments, but as I understand it, the history of Stalker has been somewhat tumultuous, to say the least. The company that created the games has had its troubles throughout its history. After the release of the last game, they had some issues, and there were some... The company at some point was dissolved and the IP was kind of up in the air, but the community was absolutely in love with this game and absolutely in love with the ideas that the team was putting forward while they were trying to make the 3 Stalker games that they did. And so during this nebulous period for GSC, the company that makes Stalker, a bunch of very dedicated fans created not only a number of their own mods. I'm going to talk very specifically about Anomaly, but the history gets even more complicated when you get into the modding scene and the history of this modding scene. We're just going to talk about Anomaly, even though that history of Anomaly itself is very complicated. We're just going to talk about what it became. So a group of passionate Stalker fans had created their own custom fork of the engine that Stalker runs on, so their own custom version of this engine, and then built a standalone game that combines elements of all 3 of the Stalker games. And like I said, gets a little more complicated than that. It combines elements from other overhauls to different Stalker games and other standalone Stalker games and other mod packs and things that have kind of been a part of this 10-year history since the last Stalker game and where the mod scene currently is. This game, Stalker Anomaly, that Gamma gets applied to, is in and of itself an amazing game. If you haven't played it and you're interested in Stalker or any of that, I wholeheartedly recommend it. Installing Anomaly, updating Anomaly, and then launching it at least once is one of the steps you obviously have to take to install the Gamma mods. And I did not only that, but I played a bunch of Anomaly after that and have been playing it since, building my own mod lists, trying different things out. And I gotta say, it is really a fantastic experience. Again, not for everybody. But between Gamma and Anomaly, this entire experience really does check off a lot of the boxes for things that I like to see in games. It's got a big giant open world with an asterisk. It is compartmentalized, and we'll see what that means, but it is still a big giant open world. You can be whoever you want to be. There's no set story or set protagonist. You can kind of just be whoever you want to be. There's a ton of story and lore in this world. You know, it is Stalker, so there's already a ton there. Stalker is inspired by a book called Roadside Picnic, as well as some other inspirations, and there's just a ton there to be discovered both in-game and out. And the lore and stories that are in the game don't care if you take part in them, and I really like that. I like a true sandbox, not necessarily the marketing concept of a sandbox where a company makes a linear story, puts it in an open world, and then makes everyone hate the idea of a sandbox. True sandbox has a ton of lore and story, doesn't really care, is confident enough in it to not care if you engage with it. And certainly this has that. Additionally, between Gamma and Anomaly, there's a lot of complex systems. We're going to play a little bit of, like I said, it's Gamma with an asterisk today. So it's not a game from the ground up. It's not a game with a singular vision created by a team out of nothing. It is a combination of mods. So a lot of this is going to need a little suspension of disbelief or a little leeway, I suppose. It's by no means a perfect experience. Some things are tedious. Some things are maybe grindy, but they are unforgiving and complex, and that is something that I very much like. But beyond that, Gamma is a collection of mods applied to Anomaly, and there's nothing more than I like than a highly moddable game, because there's nothing more than I like than making a game into the exact game that I want it to be. And so I'm really happy that I found Gamma. I'm really glad that it's been getting all this attention, because Stalker has been on my radar for a very long time, but always just at arm's length, because it's just been going for so long. It's such a complex community with a lot going on in the different mods and the different acronyms and the different versions of things that have gotten released. Are you modding a base game? Are you taking a standalone? And et cetera, et cetera. You know, and this comes absolutely from experience. I have an embarrassing number of hours, probably 3,500 hours in Skyrim, with a typical mod list that would run between 200 and 300 mods. And when you're in it, as it's kind of evolving, all those acronyms and inside jokes and inside references all make sense, but when you're staring at it from the outside, it can be hard to penetrate. And Gamma, for me at least, really kind of parts the clouds on that. It gives you 336 hand-chosen mods to kind of get a sense. It's almost like every once in a while you'll see like a video of Skyrim as an example, where it looks beautiful. It looks like it's a brand new engine, and the lighting and the physics and the animations and everything looks like it's amazing. You're like, how do I do that? And someone's like, well, I have 500 mods. Good luck. You know, in this situation, there's, like I said, 336 mods, but it's, for the most part, one-click install. It is a little more complex than that. It can be a little more finicky, but the Discord has been working really hard, clearly, to make this as simple as possible to not only install it, but keep it up to date. And so for me, that gives me way more than 336. Like I said, there's a ton of non-active mods, a lot of stuff to play with, and a really good peek into what's possible, what's available, and what works well together. So I don't know when this is going to get uploaded, but I've been playing this for about 2 weeks now, doing what I like to do most, which is breaking it, putting it back together, reinstalling it after I completely break it, messing around with Anomaly as a separate install and this Gamma version of Anomaly, and messing with every single setting in the game, every setting, every mod configuration menu, putting hands on every single mod that's in the mod organizer, which again, I don't know if I mentioned, speaks to the work these guys have done. I don't know that I've seen a better organized, better documented mod pack that is this large ever in my time of enjoying modding as much as I do. Everything is broken down into categories, so all the mods are grouped by like mods. On top of that, every single mod, if you go into the files, carries with it its original documentation, and sometimes even has additional documentation if they made further tweaks. And every single mod that has a counterpart on ModDB, these are all pulled. You download these directly from ModDB using a downloader that Gamma provides. But in Mod Organizer 2, there are links honored, so you can right-click and go to ModDB and visit that original mod page and get the original mod author's intent, what they were trying to do, and also some explanations for things that might not be as perfectly explained as you might want them to be. Though, again, talking about documentation, in-game, there's an entire guide with tons of explanation about how all these systems work, how everything works. It's kind of amazing, and you do see some of the frustration kind of bubble up every once in a while on the Discord, and people are like, how does X work? And it's like, did you open the guide? It's in there, I guarantee it. Really quite an amazing feat. But like I said, for me, this is an experience that's not for everybody. It's a very particular experience. Really, this Discord is delivering value directly to their own community. And so, like I said, not for everybody. And not every piece of it is for me, but that doesn't matter because I wanted to make this thing my own anyway. And so I've been messing around with it, installing other mods, uninstalling some that are in here. And like I said, there are some options that they give you to swap some things out. Now that does, as you will see in notes inside Mod Organizer and all over the Discord, if you do this, you are not getting the Gamma experience. The Gamma experience is custom curated and really kind of trying to be fine-tuned as it as it grows and becomes a larger thing, you will not be getting that experience. But again, like I said, I don't care. Absolutely want to make my own thing, 100%. That is hands down the most attractive prospect of Anomaly as a whole. As we play, we'll probably get into what some of those changes are, but I make a point to mention a lot of that at the outset, because if you are playing Gamma yourself, mine's going to be different than yours, and you'll probably notice that right away. If you're thinking of getting Gamma, mine's going to be different than yours, and you'll notice that when you download Gamma. The largest changes that I have made are towards realism and difficulty. I really like immersive realism. I like complex systems, but I like when those complex systems are intended to emulate realism as much as possible. You can only go so far with that before it becomes tedious, but I really prefer that. There's only so much you can do with this game and with Anomaly in the engine as it is to begin with. Like, for example, I have tried as hard as I can to make the enemy AI as realistic as possible. Not a big fan of shooters. I've never played a shooter on this channel. I don't have a tendency to play most shooters because all of them feel very arcadey. I do not like, I've talked about this on the channel before, but I like a particular type of difficulty, usually the methodical, tense type of difficulty, not the difficulty that requires reaction time and speed and that type of thing. So I absolutely, any game that involves unloading bullet after bullet into the head, chest, arms, and legs of an enemy while numbers fly off of them is just something that I loathe and I cannot do. But I also don't really care for games that require that I have some massively fast reaction time, because I just don't. And I'm certainly not good at games that don't require that. It's just what I like. I lean much more towards milsim games. I've talked about this as well before on the channel. I didn't get into gaming as a hobby and being interested in all different types of games until much later in life, but I, prior to that, did play a lot of milsims, played a lot of Arma games and Operation Flashpoint games, and really prefer those slow, tense, methodical shooters. All of that is to say that there's only so much you can do with this AI. They still have a tendency to kind of behave, I would say, still very realistically, but just not realistically for the situation they're in. This is my perspective. Maybe not everybody shares this, but they feel like DayZ or Scum or even like Rust players. They have a tendency to come out of cover and strafe shoot, which is a very human thing to do, but it's a human video game player thing to do. I would much rather see them use cover, though they do absolutely try to flank you and use aggressive tactics to, flush out your position if you do have one, if you are in good cover yourself. But beyond that, I've also tried to make them accurate and to make sure that they can recognize me at great distance, have accuracy when they fire, and that we both, myself and the NPCs, deal massive damage with bullets. An unarmored hit with a bullet should be, if it doesn't end your day, it should severely change your choices from that moment forward. And that's the way I like games to be. So that's probably going to be the biggest changes. Also, my game is going to be decidedly green. That was one of the more recent changes to Gamma. It's got a fall dead look, and I've put the life back into it, just personal preference. And then probably the most controversial for people that like Gamma, I find the crafting economy system very interesting, but it is very immersion breaking for me. If you're not familiar with this game at all, you cannot buy or sell guns or armor in the game from anybody or to anybody. You must find weapons and armor, and then you must find the pieces to fix those weapons and armor, and then you must find the kits that allow you to fix those weapons and armor, or find the benches that will allow you to fix those weapons and armor, and then you must apply those pieces pretty laboriously until you have like nice functional gear. That does a lot of really good things. That makes it so that you have to, and this is really the core of Gamma for people, that makes it so you really do have to go out and adventure to find stuff. You can't just buy your way out of this. You got to find things. And you have to go out. You have to go kill people. You have to go on missions. You have to go into new areas. You have to go into dangerous situations to find the things you need to be effective. And it really does stretch out the path to gearing up to be a long one. I don't think it's necessarily very grindy, but it can be a little tedious. But that doesn't bother me. None of that. The difficulty, the grind, the tediousness of it, none of that bothers me. I'm having a really hard time getting over the idea of being in a zone where so much of this is based on people trying to make money, right? That's a lot of what the books are about. There's a core concept to the book that the story builds upon, but the idea that these guys go into these areas to make money. They're going to look for artifacts, they're going to escort people, scientists, they're looking for research, and a lot of the games that have been inspired by these books kind of do the same thing. And Stalker does a lot of that as well. So there's these merchants inside of the zone, and the one demand that this world would have would be weapons and armor, and with Gamma, they just will not deal in weapons and armor. I personally would like to see some type of economy with this that keeps it that hard. There are pieces to this engine that mean, so for example, a baseline given for the Anomaly engine is that no trader will sell you stuff until they trust you. They won't sell you anything good until they trust you. So, you know, in my personal opinion, I would keep that, just make that much harder combined with the Gamma economy. So you could buy weapons and armor. They're just not, they're going to suck. And I'm not going to buy anything from you because it's not worth my while. I don't know you and I don't trust you. This is just an example. There's nothing worse than when someone gives particulars on how they would build a game when they're not building a game. But what that does mean is that I have turned off the Gamma specific economy, which is one of the options in the Gamma mod organizer package that you get, and turned on the trader overhaul economy and the trader de-stockifier economy. And then I have gone and further made adjustments to that. So ideally, and I'm still in the middle of balancing this, but I feel like playing and I feel like doing a Let's Play, so it's not going to be exactly as tuned as I would want it. And I may even go a step further and just go mess with the Gamma files myself and see if I can make them do what I want them to do. But ideally, vendors won't have really great gear, like hardly worth it, just enough to keep you alive and to keep the immersion for me. And they are not going to take pretty much anything from me in terms of weapon and armor. If it's not a really good piece of gear that is in perfect repair, they won't take it from me. Also, the stuff is wildly expensive. That's actually part of the modified trader overhaul and de-stockifier included with Gamma. So that'll be probably the biggest differences that we'll notice. I've also taken all player markers, all types of markers off the map. So I won't know where I am or which way I'm facing. These are small maps, and I like reading maps that get you immersed in the world. I think that about covers it. I've talked for too long anyway. We're going to see a lot of it as we get in. I'll leave links to the, if I remember, I'll leave links to the Discord. I mean, there's no way anyone's watching this that isn't familiar with this, but on the off chance that anybody isn't, I'll leave links to the Discord, links to Anomaly, and check out whatever. All right, so we're going to jump in with a brand new character. We're going to take hard and survivalist, but as soon as I get in, I'm going to go into the settings and make both of these actually a little bit harder. I may or may not leave that in. I don't know if it gets cut out, but the big difference is I'm going to make sure that the enemies are accurate at a distance. I'm also going to make sure that I do a little more damage with my bullets because they do seem a little spongy even at the outset. Unarmored enemies seem a little spongy, but again, like I said, I'm kind of tuning this myself. So maybe after a few weeks or even months of playing, I figure out exactly where I want to have it be. We're playing on story mode. These are basically the defaults other than taking hard and survivalist. We are Redrick, of course. If you haven't read Roadside Picnic, that is the main character from Roadside Picnic, which is the book that inspired these games. We're starting off in the rookie village of Corden. It's the only place that I know of where you can get tutorial missions, and we're going to take those. I'll probably cheese the game a little bit at the outset. There's a way where you can take an invincible character with you and then a couple of other characters to give you a helping hand at the start, and I might do that to do some adventuring at the outset. We'll see once we get in. Other than that, I've taken the prerequisite. You have to take the respirator. I've taken the leather jacket. It doesn't offer anything for rad protection, which is a pain in the butt, but it's nice and cheap. I like the submachine gun. A lot of people recommend taking the shotgun. Perfectly good suggestion. This is so cheap that I could not possibly recommend not getting it. It only gets a certain number of uses, but it lets you cook meat. And if you don't get it, it's like $5,000 in-game. So after that, I've taken every single healing and post-healing item I can and some radiation stuff because, like I said, I'm taking the leather jacket, so I'm not going to have much by the way of radiation. And that's about it. That's all we take. Everything from about here up you get for free. It just comes baseline. If you change this survivalist to any of the lower, this is the hardest difficulty. If you change it to a lower difficulty, you get more points to spend, which means you can get more stuff, but we're going to take survivalist. All right, let's dive in. All right, and we load in, and like I said, the very first thing I'm going to do is I am going to adjust some gameplay settings. We're going to take the progression difficulty, and like none of this is by any means a tutorial, but if you're just interested in what changes I'm making, Even though we are set on the hardest difficulty for progression, I'm going to set it again on the hardest difficulty, and it makes a couple of changes. It lowers the earned goodwill factor and increases the money rewards factor by a tenth of a point. I am going to take full percentage system for parts, and all that does is the condition of weapons would have been broken by quarters, 100, 75, 50, and 25, and instead it'll just smoothly cycle, so I can have a 33% damaged weapon. I'll leave the traders to restock on 72 hours. It would have been 48 hours, so it would have been every 2 days. Oh, and the other thing I'm going to do, this is a minimum item condition for sale. Because I have guns and armor available for sale and purchase in the vendors, I'm going to change this to 55%. I think that's a fine break point. I might end up raising that even further, but this way, ideally, I have to have a really pretty decent weapon, something that is functional and usable for them to consider buying. And again, like I said, I'm still dialing all this in, so I'll probably change even more of that as I continue to play and figure out what I like about this game. Then we're going to go into gameplay difficulty, and the same, even though we're on the hardest difficulty, we're going to set it to hard again. It's going to get even harder. It lowers these numbers, base values for enemy weapon dispersion, so they will become more accurate with this now lower number. The only other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this out to 29 kilos, which is like 63-ish pounds. The only other thing I'm going to change is I'm going to make my bullet hit power higher. Otherwise, these enemies are a bit bullet spongy. If I hit you with a bullet and you are not wearing armor, you should die. The mutants are still going to be incredibly spongy, but at least this way the bandits that are unarmored will go down quickly as they should, but so will I. So this doesn't change the NPC damage, it says there, but the NPCs already, if you get hit unarmored, you're going to lose your health. All right, those are all the things I'm changing. We're going to hit apply. Hopefully I didn't forget anything, and let's get back into the game. And the other thing we got to do is we got to get dressed, because the game does not dress you for yourself. We can see here also, if you hover over anything, it shows you what slot it corresponds with. And if you also hover over weapons, it'll show you what ammo. It'll highlight the ammo. We saw that really quickly. It highlights the ammo. Also very important, don't forget, if you haven't played this game ever before, to put your PDA in the PDA slot. That is how you see your map and your missions and things like that. So I also am going to go ahead and put my artifact detector, what's called the echo detector, in the detector slot. You've got a couple to start with. You've got an RF receiver, which just gets radio frequencies, and there's other detectors you can find as well as you play the game. All right, we are good to go, and bummer. Often when you come, you spawn in there and you come over here, there's some small goodie waiting there for you, whether like a can of tuna or some cigarettes or something, but nothing this time. Dems the brakes, let's head out. And while this is by no means a tutorial at all, the last thing I'll do by way of tutorial light is just let you know what we're going to do here before we just kind of get into adventuring. I'm going to head into that bunker over there to purchase some things. That's where the trader is. I'm going to talk to every single person in this village here and get local jobs from them. Anything they want that is local or can be done locally, so I can try to make as much money as possible. But I'm not going to take things that are going to send me halfway across the map. I'm going to pick up a job with the tutorial giver. That guy standing up over there kind of gives out tutorials. I also think that he follows you when he gives them, and I think that he is invincible. So we might cheese it a bit and take him with us for a little bit so we can kind of explore and get ourselves set up and get the lay of the land out here. And we'll also take a job that gives us 2 other followers, and we might take them around to do more than just what their mission says to do. And then the very last thing, if you've never played this before, the B key on the keyboard lowers your weapon, and it is a very good idea to lower your weapon in friendly areas, because if you go around here, hello sir, waving your gun in people's faces, they will get very angry with you very quickly, and you can have a very bad day. So go ahead and lower your weapon. We're gonna head in and talk to this dude. This is the trader in town, Sidorovich. I want to get bullets. Oh my goodness. All right, that's a lot of attachments. I'll have to look at that. There, as I think I mentioned in the intro, I have trader overhaul and s.t.a.l.k.e.r. I've been messing with the settings in s.t.a.l.k.e.r. There's a mod configuration menu that lets you mess with it to limit some stuff. But there's also a randomization setting that will let it kind of not feel so, boxed in and by the numbers. So it's not like he always has one handgun for sale. It'll just be a range. But I still got to dial that in a bit. I might, however, take advantage of the fact that all this shit's in here. I will probably go into the mod configuration menu and dial this down, but I'll have to wait 48 hours before this changes. Whatever setting sets attachments should be set to like 1 attachment ever, not 50. But I'm going to take advantage of it. We'll buy a silencer, help keep my position a little quiet. And I would like some ammo? Because my goodness, am I going to be spending ammo. Also, I'm going to ask him for a job. Actually, we didn't even read his dialogue. This is Sidorovich, like I said, the local trader in town, and he says, a fresh face. Or, have I seen you around before, Stalker? I'm the guy to see if you need any equipment. If you're looking for money, I'm always in need of someone looking to do a little dirty work. I look over this camp. All stalkers are welcome to rest here as long as they stay out of trouble. I warn you, do not mess with the military. I work my ass off to make sure they don't crack down on this place. If you get shot by them, that's on you and you alone. Stalkers should be relatively safe as long as they leave the soldiers alone. And that's very good info. The soldiers will kill you when you first start out. All right, let's get some work from him. I'm going to skip through everything. I want to get the bandit faction patch work, so I'm not even going to bother reading these. I'm just going to ask him if he has anything else. Hopefully he has it. There we go. Oh, that's a lot, 12. All right, so we are hearing gunfire in the background. That is the chaos of this game already unfolding. But while we listen to the gunfire, Sidorovich says, recently some dandy bandit lord up in Dark Valley has decided to make another move on my business. He calls himself something stupid like Sultana. What's next, Riesling? Muscadine? So let's send the bloated grape a message. Remind him who the real boss is. I know his men are skulking about. They usually make their way down to the cordon through Darkscape or Meadow to harass the rookies and disrupt my routes. I'd like you to do me a favor and off a few of them. Then bring me their bandit faction patches, and I'll sort the rest out. And I say to him, I will do it, sir. Even though that is a surprisingly large amount of bandit faction patches. Usually it's like 6. Whatever, we'll get them. Now, as I mentioned, I've been messing with game files and mods and all sorts of stuff, so I've played a lot of fresh starts. And it can really run the gamut. I've started the character and played the entire tutorial section in a whole, couple of hours. And not seen any real action to write home about. Yeah, but I've also started the game in the village being attacked by mutants and raided by bandits at the exact moment that I spawn in, so it is chaos. A lot of that has to do with some of the changes that I've made to mods and game files and mod settings, but some of that just is the actual awesome randomness of this game that I absolutely love. All right, we're gonna talk to the leader of the town. I'm a little nervous with all that. Gunfire sounds closer than the railway bridge, but I'm gonna stand behind you, sir, and talk to you from over here and use you as a human shield if you don't mind. All right, this is Wolf, the leader of the town. He says, hello, Stalker, what brings you to the village today? Let's start by learning a little bit about him. Tell me about yourself. Oh, God, man, that's getting real close. All right, Wolf says, I'm the local boss. Many wannabe adventurers come here with wicker baskets and blankets for a picnic, thinking they're Redrick Shoehart. That's the protagonist from Roadside Picnic, I think I mentioned in the intro. Redrick Shoehart, that's why we are named Redrick. So I guess we are coming here thinking we're a regular Redrick Shoehart. Or something. And of course, the zone swallows them whole, which it will absolutely be swallowing me whole. Friggin' nerds and hippies. My job's to make sure they don't become mutant food on their first day in this incredible place. It ain't easy, you know? Even with Fanatic helping me teach the rookies. I've spent a good chunk of my life in the zone, working with the legendary Marked One, or rather s.t.a.l.k.e.r, a while back. I've traveled around, even tried to leave a few times, but there's always something that would hold me back, like a military raid, or another mission, or a profitable job. So here I am, still babysitting rookies. And we're gonna ask him for work, and I'm only gonna take one job, a job that gives me hopefully 2 followers. Actually, you know what? Let's see what he's got. All right, so Wolf says, though this is the border of the zone, newbies have it tough here. The bandits are only half the problem. They at least understand Russian. But mutants, it's really tough with them. If you're an able hunter, there's a mutant lair not far from here that needs to be cleared out. If you manage to do this, I'll owe you. I say I'll do it, and I'm gonna ask him for something else. We want a job that gives us 2 followers. Awesome. I guess that's a given. I think we'll always get that. All right, so Wolf says, some foreign tourists have paid Sidorovich good money to go on a light hunting trip through the zone. They're actually not bad shots, but don't know the first thing about anomalies or the kind of monsters we have around here. As if I wasn't babysitting enough people already. Could you be their guide? Nothing fancy. People like this are usually happy with a short stroll through the cordon with some shooting at the end. Just make sure they don't do anything stupid. It'd save me a little headache. And it's ample pay for simple work. And I will absolutely do it. We're going to search for a herbivorous mutant. That is fantastic. All right, goodbye, sir, and they'll probably run up to us right now. These guys I have found are not invincible. They can die, but as long as one of them survives, you will get paid for your work. Oh, that's a bummer. Usually they're both pretty well outfitted. You're not going to make it, sir. I am sorry to tell you, you're not going to survive this little hunting trip. All right. All right, let's go quickly talk to everybody. Get every job we can. Hello, sir. Do you have any work you would like done? A Psysucker hand. We're not going to find that. I'm going to tell them yes in case we ever do. It's fine. They pay more for this stuff than other, just turning it in, so we'll take it. Alright, let's see if we can catch up with this blue guy, because he's got a actually important job. Sarek Twilight says, yeah, what is it? And I say, do you know where to get some work? Yeah, I got something. Came in just this morning. A new group of researchers has arrived in the zone, collecting strange artifacts. Well, not really artifacts, more like irradiated junk. But for some reason, they're interested in it. They might need a hand. Well, that sounds interesting. Where can I find them, I say. And Sarek says they are scattered throughout the zone. One, they say, was recently seen in the swamps. He seems to have set up camp in the old church. See you later. Now that... Oh, Jesus, God, you guys are scary. That is a unique job. That is a unique job that is yellow, and I'm pretty sure that means it's like a story mission. I don't know, I haven't gotten so far in this game, but the white ones seem to be like these, similar to the Skyrim Radiant AI, Radiant questing. And the yellow ones are like, alright pal, quiet down. The yellow ones seem to be locked-in story missions. Alright, let's go talk to all these people chattering to themselves. Hello sir, you got anything you want done? I'm heading out for some adventures. Delivering a package? No thank you. This is in the army warehouses. We're not leaving here, probably for this episode, so... Goodbye, sir. Let's talk to you. Hip says, seen better days, what do you need? And I'd like to ask you some questions we're about to get bumped into. Unfortunately, this game violates the rules of NPCs and player characters. NPCs should not be able to move player characters, their companions, or people they are conversing with, and inversely, I should be able to move anybody. But that is not the case with this game. So he's bumped into her and she's walked away, but we're still going to read her story. There's not much I can tell you unless you're looking for work. I know a guy, he's rich in all senses of the word, silly and privileged in equal measure. He's out there treating the zone like a safari right now. He doesn't care for artifacts. All he wants to do is collect guns and shoot pigs with them. He even wants to find a TAS 194 that has seen some genuine zone action as a souvenir. And what he wants to pay is absolutely through the roof. The problem is the last guy I met who knew where to find such TAS is Hunter. And he died years ago. None of the big-time traders below the barrier seem interested in finding one either. They don't seem to think it's worth their time. But if you find one, bring it to me along with 20 rounds of buckshot, and you'll be paid several times what it would fetch you elsewhere. Sounds like a good deal to me. I'll do it. Goodbye. Oh my God. Peace. Don't bump into me. Stop it. Stop bumping into me. Oh, that's probably about it, and that's fine, because there'll be more people coming and going. Let's talk to Fanatic, the deputy leader. Howdy, sir. Fanatic says, hey, I don't think I've seen you around here before. You seem pretty new, too. I'm the deputy leader of this village, along with Wolf. If you'd like, I can teach you some things about zone survival. Make sure you don't die to the first mutant or anomaly you encounter. You know, I could actually use a little help, and I'm ready to learn. Excellent. First, let's teach you how to hunt mutants. There's a small herd of boar on the other side of this road nearby. Now, boars have thick skulls and tiny brains, so the best way to deal with them is to shoot them in the side, or in a perfect world, right up the butt from a nice safe distance. We'll take them out together, but try to keep them off of me. They're in heat this time of year. Alright. He'll come with us. He is going to be invincible. From here on out, it is going to be insanely deadly. I'm going to make sure my fire rate is selected correctly, and we're going to go take a look at everything we've picked up. We've got a mutant threat, the job for Sidorovich, and a safari is far away. Alright, we're going to take care of these and come back real quick so I can buy more ammo. Out we go. We're nice and light so we can run. We won't lose too much stamina. It's early in the morning. We've got all our energy. And let's take these guys from here if we can. Oh shit, there's a couple of them. This might not be a great thing. Alright. Do you guys want to help at all, or are you just gonna cuddle there? Oh shit, dude, I almost shot you in the head. Don't do that. They will 100%, like I said, they'll walk in front of your weapons. Hey, that's mine. Don't do that. I want to get that kill. Don't do that. They'll walk in front of your weapons. They'll push you out of cover. Just grabbing some goodies off of them. We're gonna be a little careful. I'm being a little brash, but I'd like to beat her to the kill. There is another mod I have on here that I don't know if this came with Gamma. I think I might have gotten this from ModDB. But if someone else makes the kill, you cannot take the prize. So if someone kills a bandit, they will claim it for themselves. Just makes it a little more realistic. You do a lot of killing right outside of the town there, and then you just can kind of like stock up with all this great stuff, and you didn't do any of the work, so keeps me honest. Alright, I don't know where the flesh went. And I need him for the kill to eliminate the mutant threat. Oh no, we did get it. Alright, cool, we got it. In my, scurry hurry to make sure I shot the thing first, I didn't realize that, we got it. I don't know where it is, but it's dead. Fine. Alright, we're gonna head over to the boars. I'm gonna be a little more nervous about this one. Because, like I said, there can be a handful of boars up here. Fanatic is gonna be just fine. Those two guys can die, and I can certainly die. And, that can be kind of a pain in the butt. Ooh. Watch out for anomalies. They're probably over that hill. Them being over that hill is not bad, because I could get up on one of those rocks. Although I think they can jump, so I should still be careful. I'd love for one of these guys to catch sight of them before I do. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, they did. There we go. Oh, I'm getting irradiated. Oh, nice. There was only one boar. That is awesome. Most of the times that I have played this, it has been 3 or more. Oh, am I still getting irradiated standing here? Go get that boar skin. Ah, son of a bitch. Come on, man. Alright. I'm gonna take this and run in and get it. I want that meat. Get out of this radiation. Thought that radiation was gonna be worse, but it was fine. And let's talk to Fanatic. Hello, fellas. Fanatic, sir. Ooh, that was crazy. What now? Oh my god, stop walking into us. Fanatic says, well done. See if your knife's strong enough to get a few parts off of them. When you're done, let's head to the nearest anomalous zone. Alright, will do. We'll hit the anomalous zone up later. We'll do their safari, and we'll hit up all the main little, like, buildings in this whole map. Probably what we'll do. That'll probably take the entire episode. What are you doing? Why are you just out here walking by yourself? Scare the shit out of me. Howdy, sir. Job is done. Awesome. Whoa, 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 no, 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 no. Never let your followers even come over here. See if they'll... even if they approach that door, they get stuck. Let's see if they can come away from there. Will you guys be able to make it over here? If they even approach that door, they can get stuck, but even if they don't get stuck, they will absolutely trap you in here. It's a fucking pain in the ass, because you can't move them. Alright, well I probably cut that out because of copyrighted music. I've turned off all the music in the game, but apparently you can't turn off his radio, I guess. So, we may be cutting out all my interactions with the traders. Alright, let's get the heck out of here, fellas. Alright, let's get a good look at what's going on. I'm hearing gunfire. That's probably that stalker running into people. That's what you get for walking around here alone. We're about here. Right here. Oh, there it is. We're about here. We're gonna head out to this place, then to this place, then to this place, then to this place. We'll come back, take care of that, and then bring those guys in. Which we'll come back, take care of that, cut west, get that. So we got a full itinerary. Maybe, just maybe, we'll take them on their safari and run them back. We'll see what happens. We'll see how dangerous it all seems. Just keep my eyes over there. There's some gunfire. Tough to tell exactly where it is. Nope. Free stalker killed by a dog. Oh, we should go... We'll go look for his body. He's definitely over there. We'll walk in the general direction and just see if we see dogs. Not gonna make a big production out of it, but if we can find his body, we can loot his body. Well, that's not dogs. I don't know. They're probably all the way at the underpass or the bridge. We'll stick to the plan. We're gonna go to that building that's near to our safari. We'll take him on a safari and we might run him home. We'll see. Oh shit. What is it? What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it. I was trying to get a beat on them before you did that. Jesus Christ, man. Well, I guess it started. Alright, I don't want to risk being irradiated in the middle of this fight, so I'm just gonna take this real quick. Guys, don't mind me, I'm just gonna pop some medicine and eat some food real quick. Do I have food? I don't have food. That's fine. Shit. Got me. Got me. I am bleeding. We'll go ahead and take some. Whoops. I did not set up my stuff. I think they got him. I'm a little dizzy, which is not great, but it happens. Wasn't exactly prepared for this. Alright. Alright, good. Alright. Let's go get our health back. Let's just be careful. We're good. I'm gonna stand here for a second. We haven't cleared this place, but I would imagine it's probably clear. We made a lot of noise. People would come. And I'm not alone, so. Ugh. I hear the gunshots as I'm like, let me settle in and heal up a bit. Alright. Against my better judgment, we're gonna move along. Don't have too much time to heal up more. There was nearby gunfire, so we're gonna go check it out. Ah, shit. There it is. Fucking cat. How much noise are we gonna make? Jesus Christ, did you guys kill the cat? Oh, nice, I replaced my bandage. Get out of the doorway! You three idiots, move. Where'd the cat go? Damn, that cat was filled with stuff. Alright, there's stuff up there, but I'm not gonna check for it. I want to make sure we're safe first. It's coming from over there. They're probably already dead. I am hearing noises coming from over there that I don't like to hear. It sounds like mutants that I don't want to see on the first area. We'll hope for the best. We gotta head out over there. That's where the safari is, somewhere out over there. Man, there was a lot of gunfire for there to not be anybody. Or bodies or anything. Let's take these guys on their safari and get this over with. We'll keep them with us. We'll get the safari done. If one of them dies, I'll take the other guy home. Otherwise, they'll both stay with us. So that's how we'll hedge our bets. That's not your safari, is it? I don't think it is, but we may as well just take care of them. Zombies are a bit of a pain in the ass. Don't shoot at me. They kind of just eat bullets. Oh shit. Damn, are you gonna get up again? Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Just making sure I don't see any cats. Dude, cats and dogs are the fucking worst in this game. It's exactly what I'm not good at all. I mean, I'm not good at any of this by any stretch, but they just, like, they strafe around you. Like, they run around you and, like, jump in for attacks. It's a pain in the ass. Alright, the safari's around here somewhere. You guys, get at it if you want to safarize. There it is. I can't go down there. You guys have to come over here. We can't go over there. That'll load the next map. Mutant, you have to come out here. I can't go down there. Thank you. Yes, good. Jesus Christ, those things are taking a lot of bullets. Alright. Gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed your safari. Don't get killed by that anomaly. I think you guys are immune to anomalies. Alright, we're gonna take them with us to the other two places we wanted to go. As long as they both stay alive, we'll stay out with them, but if either one of them dies, we'll run them home real quick. There is a very generalized VR port for this game, but my goodness, this game would be fantastic in VR. If it had, like, even a Skyrim-level VR port, I'd be ecstatic. I know that Into the Radius exists. It actually is a top favorite VR game of mine that I have attempted to record Let's Plays of before. But I am a huge fan of the 1.0 version of Into the Radius, and not as much of a fan of the 2.0 version. And so, just elucidating those thoughts properly without being too critical, has eluded me up to this point. But eventually I will play that on the channel, because that is a fan-friggin-tastic game. If you would like to be immersed and actually feel like a stalker in the zone, Into the Radius is absolutely the game for you. Now, we're just gonna clear all these areas. With my friends, my team helping me out. This has actually been kind of a quieter, start. I've had starts where, like, every one of these things are full with, at least 3 guys. I've had starts where there are bands of, like, 4 or 5 guys just roaming around, like, out in the outskirts as I'm trying to get from place to place. And as I mentioned, I've had, like, starts where you're, like, being attacked as soon as you load in. Well, there's the reason we heard gunfire. But it seems that the people have moved on. Or they're dead. Let's go find out. Not lootable. I will, again, save. And, we're gonna be very careful coming through here. This tunnel does not have electro anomalies, but it has burnt fuzz, and I have burnt fuzz turned on, so... These moss things will kill you. They'll make you have a really shitty day. Looks like we're getting a free, artifact out of the deal, though. Hearing more gunfire. Out at the farm. Or just past it. Oh, don't crash. Nope, didn't crash. Awesome. I have not had very many bugs. Just a couple. A couple of crashes, and one game- damn it. One game-breaking bug trying to record this. Where, everybody turned hostile to me no matter what. Like, out of nowhere. It was really weird. I could have done something, but I was just, like, sitting in the rookie village. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like literally sitting at a campfire, all of a sudden everybody turned hostile. I didn't even have a weapon out, they just turned hostile. But other than that, not really a lot of bugs. Not a ton of crashes, 1 or 2. Got my fingers crossed for this. A few freezes here and there. I've got the stutter fix turned on. It's been good. Now this place, no pun intended, has been every single time for me an anomaly. Sometimes it's filled with friendly stalkers, and sometimes it is a frightening nightmare of high-level mercenaries and military guys. Alright, that shooting is very close. Let's just take a look at who this is. Alright, it's a loner stalker, that's good. Let's go see if we can get eyes on whatever the fuck this is. Oh, there, I see him. Somebody is shooting at zombies. Who, is it a stalker? It's a stalker. A loner. Oh, he's not gonna survive. Do we help is the question? Oh, I guess we do. I guess they decided for us. I don't want to shoot close enough to him that I'm gonna aggro him on me. I don't know how well the friendly NPCs feel about bullets, your bullets whizzing past their head. Well, we'll go check his body since we couldn't help him. So we are making enough noise that any bandits that were across the street, yeah. Oh no, it's an experienced stalker. It is loners. Yeah, surprisingly quiet out here. Yeah, like I said, this game is like, it really is, you just rolling the dice. I've started up a new game and sometimes like after the first couple of missions I'm like $25,000 deep just from doing missions. And I've started up and sometimes no one gives me any good work. And I'm broke and desperate. Alright, you're on my side. We're getting a little bit of our health back. And then we'll take all these guys back to the village, drop everyone off, and go on about our merry way. What the fuck was that? Yo. Someone said, what brings you here, Stalker? This fire is lit, but I don't see anybody down there. Somebody's over there. I just don't know where they are. There they are. Oh, it's clear sky. Alright, I think they're safe. I'm pretty sure that's clear sky. I can't remember if that's mercenaries or clear. I don't remember if these guys don't like us or not. There's no like... Oh shit, they're bad, they're bad. Oh my god, run, 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 they're high level. They have better gear than we do. Don't, you're gonna die. Alright, hold on. I'm in a bad, bad place. I think one's down. Jesus, guys. Two down. Oh, shit. You're on my side. Don't do that. Jesus Christ. Alright, looks like they're surrendering, but I don't care. No surrendering. Oh, we lost one. We lost one of the dudes. Alright, well I'm gonna gear up really well from them, so... Fuck, I lost sight of him. That's dangerous. Yo, did you literally just take a headshot? Bro! Yo, he took like every fucking bullet from me. Alright, those are the mercenaries, I'm pretty sure. But, now I'm gonna have all the gear in the world, so... Whatever. Yo, what? Alright, we'll take that for sure. And check that out, too. Take that. 919. See, I don't want that. What are you? Mercenary, yeah. Mercenaries don't like the loners. That I've learned. Not bad. Oh, and it's got a rail on it, too. That's not bad. We can fix this up. Okay. That's very scary. I hope I didn't kill this person. I might not be able to go back to the fucking... I might not be able to go back to the rookie village. They might be hostile towards me. Very scary, very scary. Oh man, I really hope I didn't fuck up the rookie base. I hope I didn't kill that guy. Oh no, that's our guy. I definitely didn't kill him. What the hell is the matter with me? This entire time I'm like, did you just wander into this? He's the guy that died. I knew you were gonna die too. I knew that was gonna happen. And your friend didn't care that I took stuff from you, huh? We'll go do the anomaly and drop these guys off. Sorry about your friend. You can make friends with us now. We'll all be friends together. You can be friends with Fanatic. Alright, here we go. What do I need to know? Fanatic says, so this pit is full of gravitational anomalies. See that artifact over there? That's just a loaf of anomalous bread. Ignore it. But also in this pit is a jellyfish, and jellyfishes, along with every other artifact, have both positive and negative qualities. It's quite fortunate that this one is here. Now let's talk about the equipment you should have for artifact hunting. It looks like you already have an echo detector. All detectors, while active, register the presence of artifacts and measure the distance to the nearest one. They're their basic requirement for finding any artifact that isn't just junk. When you hear it beeping, then you know an artifact must be nearby. The more frequent the beeps, the closer the artifact. Unfortunately, this old model can't detect all types of artifacts, but it should be fine for your attempt today. Better models have better detection range and abilities. Not bad. And Fanatic continues, now the second tool, a lead container. Do you still remember the talk about artifacts and their positive and negative qualities? My god, man. Just about every artifact worth carrying is radioactive these days. The lead container can completely seal the artifact inside, keeping you safe from its radiation. But it also prevents you from using its other effects until removed. Without it, your ass would begin glowing and you'd die in less than a few hours of carrying even a single artifact. It's quite heavy, but better safe than sorry. If you actually want to use an artifact on yourself, it's best done with a more advanced container. Scientists call them artifact application modules, which will protect you from the rads without blocking its other qualities. Sidorovich sells all of this from time to time, but he usually saves the AAMs for more experienced stalkers. Good to know, this container sure is heavy, alright. What's next? Next is this bottle of Nemeroff. Like I said, almost all artifacts are radioactive these days, and even if you brought a lead container, the anomaly field itself is still going to give you a little glow. This bottle will help you pass some of that glow out of your system. Great, anything else? Yes, bolts. Never forget about these before jumping inside anomalous fields. Throw some around to find your way through the surrounding anomalies. That's all. Let's go. I'll cover you from here on. Any work you want done? Yeah, destroy this mutant lair. Alright, I can do that. We already know these stories. Small mutant lair, we'll take care of it. Anything else? You need a battery artifact. Alright, so here's the deal. A lot of dirty work has to happen to keep this village unmolested from local soldiers. Sidorovich keeps the village itself safe in this way. But I have a few friends who want to leave, and there isn't any real way out for them. That's the thing with the military border patrols. They're not too careful about keeping people from getting in, but they'd rather kill you in cold blood than let you get out. So my friends are stuck here. The checkpoint guards won't let them through alive unless we bribe them with a battery artifact. Have you ever heard of it? They can be found in electro anomalies. It's incredibly rare. I've already sent every stalker I can to find one, but no one has gotten back to me yet. Would you help me out? Sure thing. We're gonna take out bolts, we're gonna take out our detector, and we're gonna tell everybody to wait here. I've done this so many times, I feel like this is the best way to do this. I'm gonna get irradiated, but I'll try not to get blown up. Get it. Go. Oh my god. Go, 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 go. Alright, we get it. You're in pain. Just get some of this irradiated junk out of us. Alright, where is Sidorovich? Or rather, Fanatic. He is, made it all the fucking way back to the base already. Oh, where the fuck is he going? Alright. Whatever. We're gonna just let him do whatever he's gonna do. And tell our friend to follow us. Yo, he is out fighting all by himself. He's gonna get killed and I'm gonna kill him. What are you doing? He's run out to the... Alright, whatever. Let's go. We're gonna turn you in. Get you taken care of before you get yourself killed. Alright, you're not shooting at me? That's good. Job is done. Awesome, 5,300 bucks. Looks like the tourists got what they asked for. Sidorovich will be pleased. As for you, here's your cut. Thanks. Alright. Hopefully Fanatic will make his own way home. I'd really love to not have to run out there to get him. Alright, once again, I'm sure I cut that because there is, music that will for sure get copyright strikes at Sidorovich's, shop. We're gonna go see if we can find Fanatic, I suppose. What stupid place did he put himself at? Alright, if we go talk to him, he'll follow us one more time. And we can use him, cheese him again for this mutant layer that's right here somewhere. Should be like, there he is. Dude, what are you doing just fucking hoofing around like this? What is it that you're doing? What did you just bend over to pick up, you weirdo? What did I just fucking see? Oh, nice. Howdy, sir. Got the artifact. Awesome, let's return to the village. And you're following me again. What did you pick up? Did you pick up an artifact? Don't be picking up artifacts, those are mine. I claim everything out here. Alright, pal, let's go, face another set of mutants together. God damn it, man. You guys sure do take a lot of hits. Well, let's go get Sidorovich, or Wolf his job done. Tell Wolf his job's done. Get Fanatic off our backs. And then we can go do whatever the hell we want. Alright, come on, Fanatic. Tired? You seem to know the bare basics now, but I've got an extra challenge for you when you're ready. I'm ready, what's the challenge? Tell me, what self-respecting stalker has never found another's secrets? The zone is a common place to everybody here. Those who manage eat. Sometimes finding a stash is not just an achievement, but a necessity. I've hidden a little nest egg somewhere in the village. Try to find it. Any work? Oh, the job is done. It was his job. Great work. Thanks to you, those rookies will have more room to breathe without being thrown into the deep end. Here's your payment, 4,400 bucks. They all contribute a little. Thanks. All right, his stash is here. This was a pain in the ass to find. And I've never had a problem with taking that. I tell him that it's empty, I take that, and I sell it, and I've never had a problem, so hopefully he doesn't count that as stealing. Howdy, sir. I found it. It was empty, though. Huh. I see with your level of perception, the zone won't be taking you so easily. And yep, the nest was supposed to be empty. You'll find your real treasures later. That was your final lesson. You've certainly proven yourself to be your own stalker, and you should be proud of it. There's nothing more I can teach you. Now, is there any work you want done? No. Alright. Alright, we got 6 grand. I sold Sidorovich some stuff. I'm sure I have cut that out again because there's music in there. We sold Sidorovich's stuff. No one else has any other jobs for us. It's just a unique roll of the dice. It is what it is. So I didn't get to make any money. Didn't get to buy a new backpack. Didn't get to fix up my guns. But you know what? Hey, them's the breaks because I also tried to cheese the game and took a bunch of people with me to help me do my dirty work for me. So there's a blowout coming tomorrow. It's 3:30, 3:50, so it's almost 4 o'clock. I say let's head into the swamp and we'll go talk to the professor. I'm a little nervous about doing it, but alright, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. A little nervous about doing it. We're not as outfitted as I would like to be. Alright, let's go. We're gonna do it. We're heading out in the swamps. One of the few things that really does bug me about this game is it has a very classic, like, 2010s save and reload system. I mean, a lot of games do that, just games that I like to play, that usually have a lot of the same mechanics that, this game has, have different types of save systems, but, there's, nothing to be done. You just save and reload, and you get the knowledge of whatever killed you, exactly where it is, and exactly how tough it was, and it is what it is. In an ideal world, I would be forced to face some consequence for dying. Probably something along the lines of getting teleported perhaps to the last place I saved, and having all of my repercussions with me. So all of my ammo I spent is gone, all of my injuries are what they are, I have to deal with them. I just have to pick it up from there. Ooh, there's a artifact, we'll go pick that up. There is a mod on ModDB that won't let you die. Basically like a little squad of stalkers appears and rescues you. I'm gonna probably stay out of there. I don't feel like getting irradiated. We don't have enough gear on us. Yeah, a little rescue squad appears and saves you, but it's a little too overpowered and it also doesn't really work very well. I've died anyway sometimes, so not using that. Maybe I will poke around a little more as I learn a little bit more about this game and figure out some of the modding myself. Make my own mod to just teleport my injured body with minimal health and boot it over to a campfire or something. Alright, this is the single worst spawn point in this whole game. It drops you into this spot right here, and I don't hear anything. I don't hear any talking. This has been a very quiet, roll. This new character roll has been very, very lucky. Call luck what you will. I mean, we're not facing a lot of people, but we're also not getting a lot of gear then. But this has invariably dropped me into this spot that is usually filled with, like, renegades or mercenaries. Thought I heard other footsteps. Alright, let's head over to the church. Hopefully it's safe in there. I've been to this church before. I've done a little bit of this mission. I haven't finished this. Ah, fuck. I don't know what it was. I don't see anything and I'm gonna get fucking shot doing this. This is how you get shot. I don't think they're shooting at me. Yeah, so I've explored the swamps a little bit, and the swamps can suck it. Like, I swear to God, swamps in every game. Or, like, every game I've played on this channel, from Kenshi to Outward, like, every time I go to a swamp, I'm like, forget it, I hate it, it's the worst level in the entire game. And, this level friggin' falls right in line. It's very flat, there's not a ton of cover, there's a lot of fucking really deadly shit here. And I have not finished the scientist mission ever, but I have gone to talk to him, and sometimes when I've gone to talk to him, he's been flanked by mercenaries, so we're gonna have our fingers crossed. There it is. Renegade. Alright, let's just be careful. Ah, okay, there's the other one. Unless that's clear sky. Renegades. Alright, alright. I don't want to face him out in the open like this. This is what I'm talking about. I also don't really want to, bump into them in the church, so I kind of want to deal with them out here, but I'd like the cover of those walls over there. Ugh. This is not going to go well for me. I'm going to go save in this village real quick. Maybe before I do anything really stupid. Okay, here we go. I'm sure there's stuff to find around here, but whatever. Oh, I will take the bedspread. Oh, that's actually really good, because I didn't get a sleeping bag. Sometimes Fanatic will give you a sleeping bag, but I bet he gave me, yeah, he gave me a second quick-release system that I already had. If I had taken a sleeping bag in the very beginning, when we made the character, he would have given me a sleeping bag. But since I didn't, he gave me the quick-release. Alright, I've already lost sight of those, renegades, so that's wonderful. I don't see them, I don't hear them. They're probably moving towards that church, and that's really not ideal. Though I really do love when that happens in this game, like that dynamicness. Dynamism? Is that a word? I'm gonna coin it. You know, you often will run into clumps of guys just chilling around a campfire, but that's like kind of part of the lore of the game. They gather around campfires, but not uncommon to see just like 3 or 4 guys just trucking down the road and like go into another spot that they're gonna like hang out at, which can mess up your plans, and I like that a lot. Just gonna look, just gonna keep my eyes peeled. I don't want to be surprised. That's the whole idea. You never want to be surprised when guns are involved. You really want to have the whole thing well in hand. That's my motto. Oh, shit. I don't know if they're getting mad because of me. Oh, I wish I could crouch run. They're gonna fucking kill that scientist, and that's not great. I don't know if they can see me, but I'm sure they can hear me. And I'd like to get to that corner before they do, or at least to this tree. Alright. We're gonna hope for the best. Here we go. Here's what I don't like. They should be walking through this village if they... They might set up shop here, but... This is not ideal. Whoever's in here might have killed them. I can't identify you. I don't know why. Oh, it looks like clear... Yeah, it was clear sky. Shit. They're dead. Clear sky's dead. That's the renegades. Alright, that's fine. Alright, hopefully they come through here and don't try to flank me. Stick your head out. Come on. Do it. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Come on, man. Oh, that's the scientist. Jesus Christ. And there's a guy coming out the side of the church. I saw someone over there. Unless it was a shadow. Oh, tough to say. I don't want to get killed. Shit. Shit, there's someone over there. You get somewhere better. Fuck, there's radiation here? This is not good. I gotta get back out here. Fuck! Shit! Nope, I'm stuck. Run, 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 run. I'm getting irradiated. Alright, I shot somebody. Fuck. Alright, come on. Am I bleeding? I'm irradiated for sure. I'm gonna get shot here. Oh my god. Alright, let's take this. That's what it's for. Okay, the question is, do I have enough bullets for this? They're making their way over here. There. You can't see me through here. Yet. Alright, he's dead. It's tough to tell if I'm killing people I shouldn't be killing at this point. Oh boy. Alright. Well, we lived. Alright, that's a renegade. Someone's crying. That's awesome. You know, it's sad, but... Oh, shit, 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 shit. Run. Ah! This is why you don't do what I was just doing. I was just doing the dumbest thing, and I knew I was doing it. I do want to get that shotgun, though, huh? Might test this out. It's gonna jam on me, but... Also, I'm a little dizzy, huh? Let's go ahead and eat something. And put our usable weapon out. We'll eat something non-irradiated, since we're fucking... swimming in radiation, apparently. Alright, I gotta think about this. I need a non-radiated way to get in there and keep cover. I don't know if I'm gonna have that at my disposal. There's radiation right there. I don't hear footsteps, but I'm hearing gunshots, and I don't know that the gunshots are at me. They sound distant, and I'm not hearing cracking near me, so... I'm gonna go ahead and search them. I might have killed the rest of them. Although I did hear crying. I hear footsteps. Could be the scientist. Hopefully that scientist is... Ah, fuck. There we go. There he is. Oh, I have, the mod on that makes it so they can't see through bushes. Shit! Shit! Oh, did I die? No, I did not die. Okay. Yeah, I died! If I had not paused, I might have been able to save myself. Alright. Well, hey, we're gonna reload. Oh, man, now I know where they are. Ah. Ugh. This is what I'm talking about. Now I know where they are. I know how tough they are. Doesn't mean I'm gonna do any better. It just means I know where they are and know how tough they are. I would have been absolutely pleased to have spent all those bullets, lost all those bullets, lost all that health, lost the healing supplies that I spent, and just get, like, teleported to that thing. You know, it'd be great if there was, like, a gameplay mechanic that was, like, you know, that I got robbed by them as well or something, you know, or some narrative mechanic for it, but I am super in favor of punishing the character. I think I'm gonna go in the same way. I think I like the side I was on, compared to the radiation that was over there. Shit. Alright, so they definitely hear me. That's for sure. Because they were playing guitar, and now they are shooting. So my wondering before as to whether they were hearing me or shooting at the scientists or whatever, I have my answer. I think. Nope, someone's going in there. Who is it, though? Who is that? That's Clear Sky. Alright, let me get out to this. That is clear sky, right? Yeah, it's clear sky. We're gonna see if we can take advantage of that. Oh shit. That was a close one. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Damn it. Dead. God, I hope that's the right person. Alright, the shotgun guy has clearly moved outside. Oh shit, no he didn't. Okay, that's why we are careful. Holy shit, bro. What are you made of? I guess he had some armor on. More shotgun dudes. There's the scientist. I don't know if the clear sky guy stayed alive. I'm a little worried about running in there. Ah, shit. See, this is why you don't run in. I was reading the fucking message on the side, though. Come on. Come on. I gotta heal, but I want to see where you are first. I'm gonna get flanked. What is that? That a renegade? That guy on the floor. Who shot at me? Alright, fuck you, man. I'm gonna put on bandage just to be safe. Ah, oh, man. You're the scientist. Who the fuck shot at me? Someone out here. There you are. Gotcha. Gotcha, you son of a bitch. Gotta watch out. He might go back inside, but he's like right in there, maybe. There he is. Fucking son of a bitch. Alright. Holy hellfire. We'll take a healing thing. Jesus. Butterfingers over here. Putting my weapon away. Alright, I think we're good. I don't think we're bleeding. We're just gonna be careful. I'm guessing the clear skies guy didn't make it. I'm not gonna search any bodies until I know I'm safe in here. There's the scientist. He's just fucking hanging out. He's just chilling. There's gun fucking bullets whizzing past his head. He don't give a shit. Howdy, friend. Yo, yo, yo. Calm down. Now you got guns all of a sudden? Now you're Mr. Tough Guy with guns? Don't be pointing guns at me. Knock it off. I'm not putting this gun away. There's too much fucking craziness going on around here. Let's check other people's shit. Don't fucking point guns at me. Knock it off. Oh, nice. An army rifle repair kit. Sweet. I can repair the rifle I got. Alright, Mr. Scientist, let's talk quick while the bullets are flying. Okay. Hello, Professor. May I ask how your research is going? Yes, of course. I already have a matter I need some help with if you're up for it. Sure, I got some time. What do you need? Well, for my next experiment, I require anomalous dirt from the local anomalous fields. You need to go into these anomalies and find the almost formed artifacts. Your detector should be able to pick them up to help you search. Sounds easy. I'll get your shiny dirt. I'll mark the anomalies. You want to search on your PDA, except for he doesn't. You need to talk to him about the research and how it's going. Here, and then he says, here are the coordinates of the anomalies. Inspect them with the detector. There should be samples I'm interested in. I see. Now I get all my stuff. All right. Well, I think that's where we're going to leave it. We managed to get Redrick started on his road to becoming a great and famous stalker, I'm sure. Made our way out here to the zone to start the mission with the scientist. I'm pretty sure I'll be coming back to this game because I've been enjoying modding it. I don't know that I'll necessarily come back to the exact same experience we've had today, but like I said, I'm going to continue poking and prodding at all the files. But when we come back, if I do come back to the same file, we'll take Redrick on this journey around the swamp to find all of these anomalous pieces of dirt, and we'll probably also visit the Clear Sky faction, which is somewhere in the swamp. But we'll do those things in the next episode, so subscribe for more Stalker, and I'll see you next time.